Welcome to Bloom, presented by Lifeguard Imaging. It's our Season of Giving edition of Bloom today, and this is something that can be a family affair. Here to help us understand how spending time together and giving back this holiday season can create a stronger family bond is licensed marriage and family therapist and licensed mental health counselor, Colette Fehr. Colette, it's such a pleasure to have you on Bloom.
So glad to be here.
So this is a great time of year to really spend time with the family, not just, doing all the holiday stuff, which is so fun, but teaching our children about the art of giving.
Yes, and actually giving together can create what's known as a helper's high, which means that doing something nice for others actually produces all these feel-good chemicals, oxytocin, dopamine, and serotonin, that make you feel happy. So this is something wonderful you can model for your children, and also something that improves and boosts your overall mental health.
I was just reading the same thing about gratitude. Just even journaling with gratitude will boost those very same chemicals in your brain.
It's so true. That's why it's such a wonderful practice to engage in every day. And some families like to make the idea of giving back a regular annual tradition. And there are all different kinds of things you can do. But what we do know is to get that real helper's high, you want to do something tangible and in person if possible, such as volunteering at a soup shelter, soup kitchen, an animal shelter, or one of my favorites is to call a local shelter, find out what they need, and then create a little gift tree that you could put in your workplace or your gym and create a community giving back event.
Yeah, and now more than ever, a lot of the charities which we'll be highlighting today and through the holidays, they really need our help. And there is so many fun things to do, from sorting food or going to the Met tent. Like, there are all these great ways to be hands-on, and you say that's where the real magic happens.
Yeah. Because you're creating in-person connection. You never know who you're going to meet, who you might bond with, not to mention the bonding that happens between family members as you have that sense of satisfaction and accomplishment, knowing you're bringing some joy to somebody else's life.
So let's switch gears just a little bit and focus on ways we can take the hectic out of holidays when it comes to families.
Yeah. This is a big one,
yes.
Right? There's so many challenging dynamics, and even for those of us who are so close to our families, sometimes too much together time can produce some tension. So it's really good to go into these holiday events with a little bit of a plan in mind. Be prepared for some of your triggers. Think about a family member you might be able to team up with so that you can have each other's back and help diffuse tense moments. And make sure you build in plenty of self-care to take the time you need to recharge your batteries. Even if it means getting out in the car, going for a walk, and driving or walking around the block to decompress a little.
And you also believe that now is the time to cherish family, because you and I were talking about this before the interview, that time flies, kids grow up, everybody can scatter about, which makes it difficult to be together during the holidays at all times.
Yeah. I mean, my children are now adults. I won't even see them this Thanksgiving, but we'll get to do some fun things at Christmas. So it's really not worth it to let those little comments that won't matter in 5 minutes, much less 5 days, rattle you. You can always, if someone says something, they throw a dart, or you feel yourself flaring up, just take a little pause, compose yourself, redirect the conversation, or set a clear boundary kindly if you need to about what you want to discuss.
And how would you kindly set a boundary?
I really love spending time with you for the holidays. Let's not let something like this that we don't agree on come between us. Let's go focus on this, or do something fun together. Just really positive, paired with a direct, clear line in the sand.
Yeah, I know that just happened. I had a cousin that I'm close to visiting from out of town just yesterday, and then I'm like, and my daughter's down there, I'm like, how did this turn political? Like, the election's over. I'm like, what?
Everything can turn political right now.
All right, well, listen, this has been great advice. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.